Now that we've actually gone ahead and finished all of our tracking and recreating the camera movement that was originally the actor's head movement, as well as actually recreating a point cloud with the rough proportions of our actor's face, we're ready to go ahead in this module and actually begin reconstructing the surface of our actor's face inside of Maya. So let's go ahead and jump into Maya and get started with that. Okay, we're here in Maya, so let's go ahead and start by importing the information that we exported out of NUKE. I'm going to head over here. I've already set up a project, by the way. This project is going to be available to you. But I'm just going to go here to import. And let's go ahead and jump here into our NUKE exports. And that's where I'm keeping all files exported from NUKE. Anything exported from Maya will go here. Basically things we're going to be importing into NUKE. And all my Maya working files will be kept just here in the scenes directory. So NUKE exports, there's our NUKE export 01. Let's bring that in and let's take a look at what we have here. So let's see. We have our camera and you can see we do have some of this facial geometry here. Let's go ahead and bring up our outliner. And you can see there really isn't a whole lot in here. It's just these two objects. However, you can see the relationship between the two is exactly what was inside of NUKE. So let's go ahead and set up a few things here. Let's start by actually setting up the footage. I want the footage to play behind this as well, so when we look through the camera, we can actually see this piece of geometry compared to our original footage. Let's start by actually increasing our frames. It was 344 frames. Let's then actually go ahead and view through our camera. Let's go here through the camera. And we can go ahead and go to View, Image Plane, and we'll import the actual footage. It's going to be right here under Face Tracking Footage. I'll go ahead and select the first frame. There it is. However, you will notice it's not actually going to animate with it, so that's fine. To go ahead and do that, we need to go to the options for this footage. So I'm going to jump over to my attribute editor right there. And we're going to turn on Use Image Sequence. And you can see now it actually moves along with him. And you'll notice our data is not all that great. It doesn't really match with him. And there's a couple reasons for that we'll discuss in a moment, but let's go ahead and finish getting this set up first. So let me go ahead and close my outliner here. I don't really need it at the moment. Just give ourselves a little more real estate. I'm going to go over here and actually turn on my resolution gate. And I want to make sure that my resolution gate is set up correctly. It looks like it's 960 by 540 now, which is actually fine. But I would actually prefer to have this set up at the 1920 by 1080 because that's the original footage. Resolutions go right there. Okay. So we're all set up now. So what actually happened here? Why is the movement appear correct? You could see it does clearly move with him. You know, it's pinned at the center of the forehead. You know, it clearly has the correct movement, but why doesn't it actually match the actor's face? This is a limitation of the point cloud. The point cloud had really good data of his overall head movement. What it had lousy data from is the actual surface of his face. So it wasn't able to capture the nose, the chin, especially as it began to thin out that data to get a cleaner point cloud. It lost a lot of that surface data, kind of ate away off the both the inside as well as the outside. However, that's okay. Again, our goal was not to model the face in NUKE. The whole point of NUKE was to track the movement of the face, which we have done here and have done a pretty good job of. We're going to remodel the face here in Maya. And to get started, what I want to do is take this face over here, and I want to go ahead and just kind of reproportion it a little bit just to better match him so that we can then in the next clip go ahead and use this as a basis for retopology. So this can be done kind of quick and dirty. All I'm really going to do is use my soft selection, which I can hit B to activate here. And as I see areas where the model is severely lacking, for example, the chin here, I'm actually going to go in and just kind of shift this over. Now again, the goal is not to remodel the model. The goal is just to fit this a little bit better. So for example, we don't have the face kind of correctly fitted there, so I'm just going to, oops, maybe not too much there, maybe pop out just a little bit right there, just to get that volume a little better. You can see over here we're missing quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and pop that part of the cheek out, maybe pull it forward a little bit. here at the jawline. We'll go ahead and pull that out a little bit. Let's see. So the forehead here is severely lacking. We'll go ahead and grab that and maybe pull that out a little bit. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. Let's see. So the nose, obviously, could use a little bit. I don't want to go too much because you see I'm just kind of pulling out this mound right here. But I'll go ahead and shrink my influence a bit, and maybe a little bit too much there. Increase that a little bit. It's just kind of silly looking. Increase a little bit more. Yeah, that is absolutely silly looking. It actually looks like it's fairly centered though, so maybe I'll just make it a little bit bigger. Again, it'll just be kind of a rough shape to kind of build the geometry on top of. All right, that's not looking terrible. I can tell back here it's severely lacking. Now, all of these are a little hard to see when I'm in my soft selection or in my vertex selection here. You can see it's very, very dense. That's because I'm at a smaller resolution for recording. If you're kind of using your full computer's resolution, you'll actually be able to see between those vertices a little bit easier. It won't be as bad. Okay. All right, that's at least getting there somewhat. I'm going to go ahead and jump back out of this. It's not great. His chin's a bit crooked. I'm going to go ahead and kind of shift that over a little bit. His side of his head's a bit caved in there. But again, I don't quite know how correct or incorrect that is. That stuff will have to be figured out later. But I think this is going to be okay for now. And just to kind of finish off a little bit, I might use some of the new sculpting tools inside of Maya. Come up here to Mesh Tools, Sculpting, and we'll just grab something like our Smooth, just to fit here a little bit better. There we go. I'll actually shift this over. And I'm just going to come in here and just kind of smooth away some of this roughness. It'll just make it a little bit easier for when we're retopologizing. So we'll smooth away right there a little bit. And again, if you want to, be a little more meticulous, you could use something like a Wacom tablet with this. But again, our purpose is not to sculpt. It's just to kind of smooth out this surface a bit so that we could use it for a little easier retopology. Smooth out there a little bit. Okay, let's go to the other side. Smooth out a bit there. This might also help me see if maybe I need to bring the sides of the head out a little more. So kind of rough there, but not too bad. Okay, I think this will actually do. I mean, there's no way this is actually, it's accurate right now. I know that. There's definitely a lot that needs to be corrected here, but it's a decent enough surface that we'll probably be able to use it for majority of our retopology. I'm going to just fix down over here. It's just I'm not liking how it's kind of caved in there a little bit, so let's maybe kind of just bring some of this out and over. Okay. So I'll probably continue smoothing this a tiny little bit. And then in the next clip, we'll start taking a look at doing some really quick retopology to try to start, getting something that'll be a little bit easier to work with, because right now this geometry is just ridiculously dense. You can see also my chin's not matching there, so I'll probably work on that a little bit too. What I'll be doing is exactly what I'm doing now. I'm just going to grab vertices, push and pull a little bit till I have it matching a little bit cleaner. So I'll see you guys in the next clip.